I'm one of the producers along with Miss Bell. I make schedules. We kind of game plan together about what we're supposed to do. I'm there every day filming, making sure we get the shots that we need to do each day done. I was on the writing team, the kind of like creation team.
I have helped write it. I was on the development team and helping with writing scripts and.
So I've helped to write the script.
Well, we did the development team, so that was basically like creating the whole concept and writing the scripts.
I directed episode 5. So I've directed some episodes.
To the second episode.
I've like helped with like
I guess sort of a grip at times, bringing things places.
I help with reading the script.
We forget something, I'll probably go get it.
I held the storyboard for Jolie at one point, which was really fun. I didn't think I could do it, but she pushed me through it and it helped me a lot.
I've also done one of my favorite roles ever is the clapper person, I believe is the name. And that's where, you write down the scene in the episode.
Clapper thing.
The clapper.
The clapper.
Clapper.
The clapper. It's a very fun job. I started making some of the music for the show. I wrote the theme song for the TV show.
It helped with the theme song, yes.
Yes.
I've written a few songs.
Also helped with costumes.
I also do costumes. I'm an editor with Miss Bell. I do like all the effects and stuff. I've done the split screen.
I also choreographed a dance.
And sometimes we play just random extras.
I have been an extra.
Oh, I was also an extra. You'll see me walk by a few times.
Extras.
I've been an extra.
Well, I play Beck, and I would describe Beck as someone who's good at some things, a lot of things, but like he doesn't really try all that hard. He doesn't want to try. Like school, for example, he's not really trying in that, but he can if he wants to, because he's like smart. But he doesn't feel the need to kind of show that off. He's also reserved a lot. Like he doesn't have any friends. It's just him and Violet. They only want to open up to a few people, and Violet is one of those people. Yeah, I think he's a really good character. Like I think there's development in there, and for sure that like you could probably see in the TV show.
This has never been this is not my strong suit. Smart, I'd like to think. Kind of clueless in some cases. I'd like to think nice, right? Fingers crossed.
What does she like to do?
Wander around. Follow her friends. Well, I play Violet on Hidden Spark, and it's a role that I really, really like because we're equally similar but also different. She's very closed off, except with Beck. I feel like deep down it's because she's scared to kind of venture out and because she doesn't want anything bad to happen, I guess.
I play Tiffany. So she plays hockey. She's like the star hockey player, and she's kind of like your average popular girl. She's not the nicest, but it's not like she's always trying to be mean. I think she just comes across as mean. So she kind of makes friends with Beck and Violet, starts out as their not super close friend, even enemy, and then grows closer to them as the series goes on.
Oh, my character's name's Scott. He's a high schooler. Yeah, I would describe Scott as a pretty cocky guy. He has a big ego. He kind of thinks that he runs the school. He's a jock. He plays on the football team. He's the QB. He's pretty full of himself, and he doesn't seem to like the other characters very much, other than Tiffany.
The way that I imagine Adnan is that he's normally like a normal guy, but like he's just been pushed to the edge here. He's like he's really stressed out about the fact that he doesn't have this thing that's really important to him, and that's probably what causes him to lash out. I think the main facet of his thing is that he's normally nice, but like now what's happening is that he can't think about anybody else, and that's why he's more of a villainous character.
I would describe Camille as kind of a little bit shy. She doesn't have a whole lot of friends. She's more reserved, very independent, definitely a perfectionist. Very, very good student, really has very high expectations for herself, probably, and from her family.
I feel like Princeton is like one of the more misunderstood characters of the entire series, although he's not really a main villain. He's really kind of just like left in the crossfire of things, because he really wants to be like popular, he really wants to be famous, something he lacked in
beforehand, and so when he's given the chance, he goes power hungry. He didn't see it for the evil that it was, I guess.
A social media, not an influencer, yes, but like more of a wannabe influencer. Like, not really there, very fake. I think she's just kind of like, just like a girl at the school who's kind of like, not like popular, but kind of, she gets asked to the dance and she's friends with Tiffany.
I am Pratt. Plays lots of sports. He's friends with Jason's character Scott, and we like to pull pranks and mess with Beck. Pretty fun to play.
Getting to do something because it's like COVID. It is like gives you something to do, you know. And it's nice to be social because apparently it's like necessary in some cases.
TV show has given me a bunch of opportunities to try new things.
Having that whole sort of like theater experience again.
Well, I'm just like really grateful that we get to do all this, and just like like this is my first time actually doing something on camera, which is really fun because usually it's just like a play thing, but like I get to fully experience like what a TV show is like and what it's like behind the scenes, and that's really fun.
We completely created something by ourselves. Even the people that didn't write could bring whatever they wanted to their characters, which was nice.
For me, I think the best part of filming is just getting to like see everyone interact and get closer, because I feel like this is a time when a lot of people grow apart because they can't see each other, especially if they were in different cohorts when we were doing full-on hybrid. So I think just getting to come here and see people that I wouldn't get to see normally and hang out with them and bond with them has been a really good experience.
It's really nice seeing them, just seeing them grow as friends, as comrades, as acting partners, etc.
I really like just like watching and like listening to like you guys like direct, and then like I also really like seeing like the finished product of this film because it's cool that like everyone's put so much work into it and it turns out really good.
It's nice to like be able to hang out with people that you don't necessarily like seek outside of school, and just it's like a good way to make more friends, relationships.
Definitely the whiteboard is up there. Just the things that happen, like messing up, I think is really fun. Or when someone else messes up, and seeing like their reaction to messing up is one of my favorite things. Or when people have like epiphanies, ooh, we should do this. I think that's like a really fun part about it.
Being able to write a script, because I've done that before. It was pretty fun writing like a big story line.
Because I've never seen Jolie be like the head of something like this, or like write like this, or like direct like something. Like seeing, especially Jolie and Merritt, they are so good at their storyboards and like how they want their shots done. So I love seeing people like my close friends do things like that. I think it's really cool. And I also love actors get out of like their comfort zones, like do different things. Like Sophia Zug, for example, she never plays a mean character, and she's so good.
I liked having the environment of being with the other people, and it was fun because I hadn't been actually with at the time. We were still in distance learning, and so that was fun to communicate with the people that I had formerly worked on productions together with.
Whenever we're done filming an episode and everyone's, or just filming in general, and everyone's super tired, but you're all tired together, and then we're all in the pack and just, you know, we're just like, okay, we're done, but we just had like a huge, long, successful, and fun film day, and we all got to do it together. I feel like that is probably the best part.
Yes, we did write most of it on Zoom. That is true.
Well, you all check our like roof and temperature.
Keep our masks on unless you're like the one person being filmed.
Make sure that everyone's 6 feet, and then whenever someone has their mask off, when they're on camera, everyone just backs up a lot.
We take our masks off. It's always after we yell rolling, so everyone's far away from the camera.
Filming is done, that the person who is being filmed puts their mask automatically back on.
And then sometimes we'll do scenes where if multiple people have to have their masks off, one person will take off their mask, and then we'll move the camera and yell pause. And then the next person will take off their mask, and the first person puts their mask back on, so not more than one person has their mask off at the same time.
I honestly want to say for most of the filming, people have had masks on. Like even for like eye shots and stuff, it's just like pulled down a little bit, but it's still covering like the airways.
I mean, all of it has been filmed obviously with like the Lane County protocol, and that has changed.
So in November, it actually loosened up, so now we could have more than one person without masks. At the time, it made it a lot more shots possible. And in December, right, is where it's stuff tightened up, and we couldn't shoot any shots without mask. Like every shot had to be masked on, so we had to get kind of creative with some like hand shots or like behind the backs of people so that you couldn't see the mask.
It was kind of changing, like I said, but it was if somebody else is on screen, you have to have your mask on, so it's like you'll see a lot of shots where it's kind of below and there'll be two people on screen, and both of them are going to have their masks on because we're not allowed to have two people on screen without their masks. And if you do see that, it's because of the movie magic, obviously, because of the cool split screening that we get to do.
Do that split screen thing so it looks like we're in the same clip, but we're actually not. It's just edited.
We mostly filmed everything outside. Even the like classroom scenes, we set those up outside and made it look like classrooms. And we've kept pretty much the same people throughout the whole year.
COVID, we always sanitize at the end of each filming day. We do kind of a fun group hand washing parade in the bathroom.
There hasn't been a time when we've been filming that I felt like, oh, that seems like something that we should be doing.
Because it's good. That's why.
You should watch the TV show because this is like crazy, right? Like, how the heck did we put on a TV show during COVID, right? Like, imagine that.
Also, you want to support the MC community.
The songs are great.
Well, we've been working on it this entire school year. The show is super original, and the development team did a really good job creating such an elaborate story.
There's a lot of mysteries. There's a lot of anticipation.
I think that everyone can relate to one of the characters at least, or they'll at least find like one of them like wacky and interesting. And it captures a lot of things that we want to be experiencing right now, which is really important, but it also captures things that like you feel now in COVID. I don't want to spoil anything, but like distance in a different way.
It's fun.
It's like funny and fun.
It's fun.
It's super fun, and
It's fun to get to see your friends or your peers doing something that they love to do.
Because it's good, and I worked really hard on it.
it's like basically a really cool action-packed adventure-filled coming of age about high school and friends.
People should watch it because of how many secrets there are in this show. I don't know any more than you do. Like, there's so many things that are discovered by the main characters, and it's like, it's something that you just need to see to believe.
It would mean a lot if people would tune in.
You should definitely check it out.
Watch it.